Ma. Mikey mercilessly masturbated to Mad Men on a Monday morning.
The results were otherwise unremarkable.
Ayo, what's going on there, gango? There, chief. They're getting kind of tall there, fucking little guy. How you doing? He's growing. He's a growing boy. What's going on? And welcome back to the Speakeasy, kiddos. I'm not counting episodes. I was gonna do it again, you bitch, but I'm not. I'm not doing it. This is another episode of Unremarkable. How you doing? Give yourself a pat on the back for making it this far, huh? That's when you do that. I'm your host. I'm your boy, your bestie, your little drinking buddy. You know, your little escape from freedom, your little safe haven. You can put on one of my hoodies and let the sleeve dangle over your hands. Makes you feel safe. It's so big. I'm Gonzo Gaspacho on all platforms. Goose, yeah, me. Fucking love it. Love hearing my fucking name from a crowd. Goody, gang. I mean, I wish I was an aficionado at at talking about things that were going on as of late because there's the holy hell. There's been we're gonna end up coming up with some kind of current events segment thing because it's getting crazy, dude. It's getting fucking wild. There's a apparently an underground community in New York of I'm not gonna say exclusively, but the group starts with a J. It is fucking nuts. We saw a video of a guy climbing out of a little hole behind a newspaper stand, and it was like it couldn't have been long that these guys were underground. That these guys were, and it only makes sense. What other way is it a how else would you be able to live free in New York? I gotta say it. You got listen. Rent is fucking crazy. This is what happens, guys. I saw all the videos of people in a line to check out a studio apartment in New York. You guys are creating some kind of fucking hellscape over there, and and then Hitler's fever dream happened. Jews are just crawling out of the ground. Not a limber people, by the way. Which is why I say it couldn't have been going on for very long because it's like how, you're gonna see one of them crawling out. They're not spry, okay? They're not quick about crawling nowadays. So it couldn't have been, and it was a young guy. It wasn't an old man. Imagine how long that video would have been. He was like, "Hey, geez, I told them they don't make the holes big enough coming up. They got the fence. Ah, shit, fucking." I can't even think of a Jew name. Orthodox Jew comes climbing out of the ground, bro. Oh my goodness gracious! In this economy, with what's going on around the world, terrified, honestly, for a moment, scared to death with everything that's happening. You see Jews coming out of the ground, dude. Like, oh my God. It's like the pet cemetery. So many things running through my mind. How many off-putting things are there to see in New York? I saw a dude, a video, obviously a video. I've never been in New York. I got a weird, I have crazy vertigo. I'd like to talk to Dr. Drew about it. Let's make a clip of this and send it to Dr. Drew. See if he responds to me because we're gaining a little bit of traction. You know what I mean? It's I feel like he responds to most mommies, and I keep him high and tight, kid. All right. I know you just left the house, but you're certified, so I'd like to hear from you about my insane vertigo and how to get over that. Because I'm scared to go to New York because I'm gonna have to wear a ball cap all the time. We went to St. Louis a little while ago, and we went and saw the Ark. She wants to see the Ark. She wants to do the tourist things, and I'm a big old fucking pile of pussy. So she's taking a picture of the Ark at the Ark up it, and I can't look up. I get dizzy. I feel like I'm gonna fall up. What is that? What the? Listen, I'm a fucking coward. It's not news to me. you know, I don't know what to do about it. I'm not trying to condition myself to get on roller coasters. I don't trust them. If you're from Kansas and you're familiar with a little place called Joyland, then maybe I'm scared for a reason. Maybe maybe I was conditioned that way. I was the only person seeing what was actually going on. But yeah, dude, I can't. I don't know. I don't know about going to New York. Looking up at all those buildings, and they're everywhere. I mean, I'm gonna fucking faint, and there's gonna be the wife's gonna have to fireman carry me. We've been going to the gym, okay. Hopefully by then she'll be able to. I don't want her to have to. All right, just make sure the rats aren't crawling up my pussy. I don't need I don't need all that. Okay, I don't need to be just immediate. I want to go at night. I think the nighttime is fine because then the buildings probably blend kind of into the skyline if it's dark outside. Maybe the winter in New York is where what a vibe, man. Winter in New York. I love it. And I'm sure I'm gonna love it when I go because I love a shit show. And what you guys got going on, obviously, is just fucking crazy. It's like Call of Duty zombies, but with Hasidic Jews just coming out of any crevice that you guys have in between buildings and in the ground. You got the fucking, you know, the manhole covers are popping up. I don't know what the fuck that's about, but you got homeless sleeping around, and then the rats are just their friends. It's an amazing time. And I can't wait to be part of that. Hit me up if you're a comic in New York. I'd love to get down there and do a show. It'd be fucking incredible. That might, and I love comedy. That might not even be the highlight of me being there. So many stories. I love a good story. But yeah, dude, I don't like. I heard about Ecuador for a minute. I don't give a shit about Ecuador. There's Jews coming out of the ground. How did that not break the internet? How did a selfie, a Kim Kardashian, with her ass photoshopped and the champagne's photoshopped. Most of that photo was fake. That broke the internet. Are you guys fucking R-worded? I can't believe you sometimes. I can't fucking believe you sometimes. Listen, I know that the streaming services and everything are getting a little out of hand. The first time that we really got to see it was during COVID, and it was the Tiger King. Amazing show. Honestly, just the pinnacle of reality TV. That's where that should have resided. Not a bunch of fucking oiled up that that know nothing of their roots. I'm sure. Maybe one of them. I'm sure one of the well, who were they? What was that show?
Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore. See, he says it slurred, but you know exactly what he's talking about. So who's in the wrong here? The context? Probably me. Yeah, you know nothing of your birthplace. That's why when you go there, you fucking slam your head into a concrete wall because they ain't made out of fucking plywood like here, baby boy. Okay? They should have had a supercut. They should have had cameras on that guy all day long with a fucking neck brace on. That was amazing. How annoying reality TV has been. Flavor of Love was such a huge deal. Such a fucking huge deal when I was a kid. And have I talked about this before on the pod? I don't think I have. I think maybe it didn't make the cut. But I met Flavor Flav kind of when I lived in Vegas. He was just at the mall in the just getting food, man. Just hanging out. You know, the gas. Gas X ain't working. Was just hanging out getting food at the Galleria, bro. And it was that was something. He was wearing the chain. That's the first question I know people want to ask. Was he wearing the chain or does he walk around like a normal person? No. No, he does not, baby. He's a baller 100% of the time, dude. And I love it. He's pushing a stroller. This hunk of gold's just knocking the fucking baby in the forehead all day long. He won't take it off. I love it. I love that about him. Shout out Flavor Flav. I know he needs it. Reality TV made white people popular again. The Bret Michaels one. That one was dog shit. They really tried. They really tried to turn that into Flavor of Love, but fucking no dice, baby. Old Tom Segura joke, I know, but if it ain't true. Watching black people have fun is such a good time, dude. It's such a good time, and that's why they made New York. That's why they made I Love New York. Crazy bitch. Honestly, if you saw her on the street or you had a, brief encounter with her and then you had to go to court with her, you would burn the world down. Such an infuriating person, I'm sure. Tila Tequila was one of them. I don't get that at all. I mean, she was hot, but like to now they're doing Fuckboy Island. This is going to be a reality TV based episode. I don't know if you caught that or not. But yeah, everybody. I mean, what was the end game with honestly any of these? We're still doing The Bachelor. Chad Kolchik, we're still doing The Bachelor, dudesy. Why? What could and now it's old people, right? The Golden Bachelor, is that what's going on right now? Isn't it a whole thing where it's like there's old people on an island somewhere. I know of a recently vacated island that would be perfect for reality TV. Deal or No Deal coming back. Deal or No Deal's coming back, and they're doing it on the Banker's Island, is what this ad told me today. I saw an ad, and it was like, "Oh, we're going. It's Deal or No Deal Island. The island comes from the banker. The bank. We're stranded on the Banker's Island." I'm like, what little sense of irony you have. It's the same week, bro. Same week as the Epstein list, and the gall on these motherfuckers. I love it, dude. That's what reality TV needs to be. They're so caught up in what's going to bring everybody's attention that it was right in front of them, bro. It was right in front of him. I thought Epstein was a Hollywood producer for a little while, and I had to be corrected. No, he's a banker. Fucking today, that information blew my head off because CBS. I don't give a fuck about you, CBS. You don't. Okay,
it's NBC.
NBC. Okay, whatever network is going on. We're on YouTube and Spotify, baby. Thursdays, check us out. Unremarkable. Yeah, no, in no way, shape, or form am I waiting for a NBC to hit me up on that script I sent them a while ago. I don't care. Send Stephen Colbert after me. Whoever has him, I don't know the networks. Doesn't matter. All I know is you're not putting on a show like my boy Flavor Flav. Okay, he got a little gold chunk knocking Golem across the forehead in his little fucking stroller. I don't know who the baby mama is. I don't think anybody did. Didn't matter back then. We're talking about 2011, 2012, 2010, somewhere around there. Chris Brown, it was, he was just being smacked on the wrist by the public. I think at that point, whatever, he brought some jeans into the game that I don't give a fuck about. The pants, you know what I'm talking about, the weird pocket pants and the zippers that do nothing. A lot of people wear them to work out. We'll look them up, but reality TV, bro. I mean, what a time! What a time to live in. Send that motherfucker to another country. Send, get MTV, get Carmen Electra. if you, if MTV got Carmen Electra to go to the Ukraine we would blow the lid off this thing. Putin would be dead yesterday. If we sent Carmen Electra over there, nobody let her get hurt. If we're being honest here, you'd have a bunch of 38-year-olds really, really putting it on the line. Yeah. Yeah, the Republicans wouldn't let Carmen Electra die in vain. That's the we'll call them years young. Those guys. I'm 38 years young because I saw it on some TV show back when, and it was Survivor was the biggest one, the reality TV show. But I mean that's why Lost became as big as it was, because everybody was like, that's what I would do. If I was on Survivor, I'd be a total badass. No, you wouldn't. It'd be more like Naked and Afraid, probably. You get the guys from Blink 182 out there. I'm thinking about Spring Break '08 right now, dude. I'm in I can't think about reality TV without thinking about the golden era of getting rid of music on MTV. That was when I grew up, dude. MTV2 was getting big, and it was all the Pimp My Ride and all that shit. Let's be honest, dude. If you were on a reality show where you were stranded on a desert island, you'd there'd be something in your mind that was like, all right, 70% of the animals that I catch, I'm gonna cook or try to, because my mom usually does the cooking, and I'll wing it, dude. I'll figure it out. 30% of the animals you're gonna let remain warm while you fucking do something to them. Let's be honest. Most of these guys that are on reality TV, they're like, dude, I haven't seen a fucking pussy in 4 months. They're like, you know what remains tight? A squirrel.
Gross.
Yeah. Sorry, Papa. Yeah, dude. It's listen, it was a big deal. It's still a big fucking deal. Reality TV, people really just think that I don't know. And listen, I broadcasted for a long time, just one way broadcasting, and if anybody's upset about that era of shit, it's me. It's you got there's women that are they're getting ready for something. They're not getting ready for anything. By the way, they're not reading your comments because they can't fucking read. That's what we're doing here. Golden era. That's what we want. Golden era. Spring break away. You know what I mean? It was a big deal. Margaritas were a huge deal. I didn't fucking say what I was drinking. We got margarita. Obviously, I mean it's a fucking either that or Flint, Michigan water. This is Club Tails, and God, boy, howdy. I only drink it to get to, where I'm going. It's not good. I'm sorry if I just diminished us, the chance of a sponsor, but y'all got to figure it out. I'd love to like your product. I only like your product because you are putting the most alcohol in the cheapest thing that you could. And, I'm a shameless individual. That's why Jeremy Allen White's my fucking twin. The good looking twin. Put that guy in a fucking that'd be a good reality show. Nah, I mean not many people will watch it. We went from uh reality TV shows to documentaries. And then we had to stick to serial killer documentaries because of the people that watch documentaries. I mean, listen, I love a good serial killer. I grew up terrified because I grew up in Wichita, Kansas. That wasn't a seal. BTK, baby. Put Wichita on the map. That guy. That guy is part of the reason that we test DNA at crime scenes, because he would leave semen. Real fucking creep, Dennis Rader. What a piece of shit that guy was. We talked about it before. Sorry to his daughter. You know, I really singled her out there before. But listen, your daddy put a city on the map, dude. I mean, how are we not going to bring your family up at one point or another? I'm one of the only people that knows about it. Everybody wants to. Who was the one from here? We live in El Paso. Who was the serial killer from here? Who was that guy? Night Stalker. Richard Ramirez. And he and this shows fame in El Paso. He didn't even do it here. He did it in LA, didn't he? You know, talent's exported here, dog. Talent gets exported here, and then people talk shit. You know, about people talk about these from here though. Like, well, start saying that about Richard Ramirez, not the chain smokers. What'd be great is if we don't have serial killers anymore, but we should put aspiring serial killers, you know, because the algorithm knows who you are. We should put them on a reality TV series like The Ultimate Fighter. That's the only reality TV that I enjoy, because you got these people that are like almost certified weapons. Just let's put them in a house together. The most testosterone fueled. If you saw Sean Strickland on Theo Vaughn's podcast, then it's a shock to me how many crazy things aren't said on The Ultimate Fighter as well. But yeah, women shouldn't vote. You know, love you, Sean Strickland, but god damn, are you a character? That put a series around that guy. Just go to his. What's he live in Bisbee? I mean, he lives in some fucking high desert, just sand everywhere. We can shoot bottle rockets at each other and guns at everything else. I love Sean Strickland. I think he's the shit, dog. I think Sean Strickland's the fucking man. But if I were to have a conversation for, 2 hours with somebody on camera, there'd be we'd whittle it down to 25 minutes for sure. We got to get on track, Bubba. That's what we got to do. Listen, I'm not a fan of Hillary or anything, politicians are politicians, but I got a woman over here that'll hold a fucking gun to my head if I went on air and said the shit that you said, you lunatic. Got to bring reality TV back. Give them something to give a shit about. Put Mario Lopez in Ecuador. Make it feel like journalism. Why not, bro? You know, get to get make it force Ben Shapiro to catch Jews coming out of the ground in New York City and see just see what happens. You gotta. What's the thing? Is that a yarmulke? That's a yarmulke? Yeah, you better just paint that rings of red and white, bro. Checking for Jews coming out of the ground like it's like you're fucking hunting for Pexitani Phil. Oh man. I can't get over it. I cannot get over Jews coming out of the ground. I'm sorry. Like, bro, I mean, I've met maybe a handful of J words, and they were all great people. But I don't go out on a whim and tell people I met this. I met this terrible Jew the other day. I don't. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not that kind of dude. I don't know. Maybe I have pretty good luck. I don't meet like the worst people on the planet. I mean, I only live in one place at a time. I'm not like this show ain't on the road. It will be, but yeah, man. Listen, there's a fixation. I'm enamored by the fact that they have an underground community who, let's be real, race jokes not involved at all. We'll just talk about social stereotypes. Who else would make the perfect locker room joke to have an underground community in in a society that just can't not burn your ass for rent? For real? Are we good? I'm saying this in the hopes that somebody makes a fucking joke and has a fire lit under their ass for making a Jew joke and they're cheap and this and that. Are you really gonna shame that guy? And this is in the hopes also that I make a fucking good joke about it, because what ammo? What I mean, fuck, man. What good ammunition for a for a Jew joke is one crawling out of the ground behind a newsstand. Oh my god. Hasidic too. Not just like maybe a Jew. Not just like Sam Morrill coming out of the ground with a fucking glass of Bodega Cat. Like a dude in a good looking hat coming out. And the first thing you see is those flaps coming up, and you're like, fuck. Yeah. Nah. His family might have made that. I love it, dude. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with it. And I'm this episode, hey, we talked about reality TV for a while. You're lucky I didn't stick to this for 40 minutes, okay? Because it's that interesting to me. God, I want somebody to talk with about that. Fuck me. Who knows something about that? That's amazing. It's just so good. God damn it. It's I could watch that for hours. Naked and Afraid, you would imagine, has all the appeal that it needs to have, you know, whatever. I don't know all the reality. I would hate to see all the reality TV shows that Japan's coming up with, because I mean, how much time do I have? You know what I mean? It's God, how interesting it could be. Mm, Love on the Spectrum. How could I have not thought about that? Love on the Spectrum. I watched it. That's how good that premise is. Is I watched reality TV for a little while, and oh my god, if you've seen the series, I mean, there's two. There's the American one, and then there's the UK one, right? And Australia, fucking, I love Australia, dude. How crazy you got to be. They're like, yeah, we'll do that one. We'll do it. How many reality TV shows Australia can come out with? That's the one that they chose. They know how to pick them, dude. They know how to pick them. But by the end of a few episodes, you know who you dislike, but you got a gut feeling you shouldn't. You know, fuck me, it's so good. Well, Alice, seems we've both got autism, haven't we? How do you not quote that? When the old bag and I both do something. Listen, I feel like if anybody deserves a break on saying the all word, I think it's me. For real. I really do. I think it's me. You guys don't know. I was bullied by these people all throughout middle school and high school. I actually was bullied by these guys. And I listen, I don't know how to make that palatable to you. It wasn't comfortable for me, you know, but being chanted the R word at, they chanted it at me. Am I supposed to not feel targeted? Am I supposed to, are you going to give me that shit where I should just brush it off my shoulder? how crazy. I was like 12 years old when mentally challenged people chanted the R word at me. I won't say it because then people are gonna, whatever, dude. But for like, is that not gonna change? I was a preteen. Is that not gonna change your outlook at one point or another on things? And it continued through high school. I never did anything to these fucking people.
It was your canon event.
Dude, honestly, if I were any lesser of a man, I'd have a real fucking problem with mentally challenged people, and I would target them. I'd be bullying. I'd be bullying mentally challenged people, but I'm not because I'm actually a good guy. If any of you want to fucking come after me, know that the patience of a preteen, the patience I had to not lose my shit. And it was only a little while after high school, fucking 5 years after high school, that I realized, oh, I was in Read 180 with them. Maybe that's right. Maybe I had classes with a few of them, and they were like, you know. I've seen you have alcohol in your shoes. You think you're hot. You're not. Did you go back because you got a speaker in your backpack? No, dude. Yo, Wayne. Good times, I guess. You know, it was dark. It was dark. Let's be honest. It was really weird. I couldn't stop it. I didn't know how. Listen, who do you go to? Who do you go to in school when you're being, if you got, let's put some retrospect here. If you're a dude that got beat up by a girl in high school, you gonna report it? Nah, bubba. Nah, kid. You're not telling nobody. You're not telling nobody. Because I knew you take that one. You take that one to the Hasidic Jew hole. Okay? You take that one. You take that one into nowhere. I knew a kid that got beat up by a gay kid. Started the fight in high school. Got beat up by the gay kid. Lost half his friends. Some of them were ride or dies. Some of them hung around. Gay kid, guess what? Kid kept making comments. Gay kid showed up to his house, knocking on the door like a fucking thug, like a motherfucker. You show up to somebody's house, and if you're not old school, then it's boss. Because you're not showing up to their house and knowing their parents' names and shit. Hey, Miss Robinson, is Nikolai there? And she's like, yeah. You'd be like, all right, can you call him out? And then you duke it out in front of the house. That ain't how it happens. That's how it happened for you old people. That's not how it happens for people now. Nowadays, when I was in high school, you had a gay kid show up to your door and he's like, where is he? And then someone goes, I don't know what's going on out there. But someone's looking for you. We got a play date going on. And he got his ass ringed out by a gay kid in his own front yard, and he lost the rest of his friends. So you sit there and tell me I could have went and told an adult about being verbally abused by mentally handicapped people. Okay? Oprah Winfrey Network. What would you do show? Put that one on. Where mentally challenged people, do you know the What Would You Do show on Oprah Winfrey's network? It's called OWN, by the way. Not a great look. But they had a show, What Would You Do? Where they had, somebody at a bar and grill was having a tough time ordering looking at the menu from the counter because he couldn't read. And you can pick that up pretty well because that's what they were trying to do. But you'd have actors on the side that were like, well, you can't fucking read, you fucking hard, you can't fucking read. And then inevitably you'd have people step in. They probably only had to do 2 takes because any other person would walk up to that counter and be like, what the fuck are you I'll read the menu for you. Jesus Christ, what's going on over here? Put mentally challenged people in that fucking regard. But mentally challenged people being the ones like, well, you can't weed. You can't. Oh, he don't know his pants size. And then see how many people defend you on camera. It ain't gonna happen, baby. And that's what I'm saying. It's just listen. If there's any reality TV, writers out there that really want to cut against the grain, go in such an untraditional route that people won't interfere, and that's your show. Watch people put up with this for 30 minutes, being bullied by mentally challenged people, and then you'll know where I'm coming from. Okay, I think that's our episode. I'm exhausted. I'm all stressed out and shit. I'm having flashbacks. Jesus fucking Christ. Guys, for real, your ride or dies if you make it to the end of every episode. I love you for it. But just put Goose in the comments if you make it to the end of every episode. Unless you're my mom or dad, or one of my high school bullies. Listen, the reason that they put a mom walking their son through how to do prom, or their dad, showing their son how to deal with a bully, is because they have not been met with the worst fear that they didn't know they had. It's the things that you don't think about. You know what I mean? And listen, I'm lucky I never got into a fight because honestly, with the odds of opportunities that I had in high school to get into a fight, the person that I would have gotten into a fight with would not have, good luck telling that story. You got to move states because you're losing it. You're losing that fucking fight. You're losing that fight, and if you just move counties, it's not going away. Okay? And that's the bottom line. All right? They love Stone Cold. They used to love Stone Cold. Now they love John Cena. I feel like we ought to wrap it up. Thank you to anybody that makes it through the end of every one of these things. If you're one of my high school bullies, then no, no, thank you, but keep watching. I feel like a lot of our viewership is from my high school bullies. They're just patronizing me from afar. Either way, hey man, follow the pod. Follow me. We already put all that shit out, Gonzo Gospacho on the personals, and unremarkable.pod, X Unremarkable on Twitter. It's mostly the same. We try to have some continuity in all of our shit. But you know what? Next week we're gonna hopefully not we're gonna every week we're gonna knock it out of the park, okay? Like we got some strength that I shouldn't talk about. Miss me.